Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn Hasser, and with me today is my friend Linda McCoy, who is an awesome lender from Mortgage Team 1, and I'm going to let her tell you all about herself. First of all though, this is my first recording for my new site, parkbench.com/Spring Hill. I'm so glad to have you with us today to join us, and I have been a realtor for 12 years. I work with Roberts Brothers. I have a broker's license, and I have a what they call a master's license. It's a GRI, Graduate Realtor Institute license, and I do it full time. So Linda, tell me about yourself.
Okay, I'm Linda McCoy with Mortgage Team 1, and I've been a mortgage originator over 28 years, and I own Mortgage Team 1, and we're located at 6336 Piccadilly Square Drive here in Mobile. And I have an NMLS number 63961, and my office number is 39239. And we do all type loans, and we're here today to answer questions that you might have when you're buying a house. And Carolyn is the realtor, and I'm the one that loans you the money to buy the house.
Exactly. So one thing we like to talk about is all different kinds of loans, all different kinds of buyers, all different kinds of sellers. So Linda, the first thing you do if somebody calls you for a loan, what do you say, and how do you go about getting a loan?
Okay, when they call in, I'll say, well, do you have a real estate agent? And they'll say yes or no, and that kind of leads into, well, have you found a house you want yet? So I mean, we kind of work together to find out what they want, and at that point, what do you tell them when they call in to you?
Well, that's funny. The first thing I ask is, have you been pre-approved for a loan if they are a buyer? A seller is a whole different set of questions, but just focusing on buyers for a moment, a lot of times buyers will find something they want to move. They love a house that they found on Zillow or another site, and they call me to show it to them. But before we go through a lot of time-wasting effort, we want to make sure for them and for anybody else that they have a loan, or if they're not paying cash. And so they need to be pre-approved for a loan, because you need to have a pre-approval letter to give to the seller, because it helps your chances of getting that sale quickly. So the first thing I ask is, do you have a loan? Do you have a lender? Have you been pre-qualified for a loan? And if they say no, I refer them to Linda, because she can help them with that. So if you call me and you say, I found a house I love, and I say, have you talked to a lender yet? And you say no, I tell you to call Linda McCoy. So Linda, when they call you, what happens then?
Well, then I'm going to tell them, look, first of all, we're going to have to pull credit. We're going to find out what kind of loan you need, but I'm going to know who you owe and everything about you, because your credit report is a snapshot of you. It's going to have on it your who you are, your date of birth, your social security numbers, where you've lived for the last 7 years, where you worked for the last 7 years, and everybody you owe. So that answers half of what my job is right there. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to find out where you want to live. And that's going to kind of narrow it down to what type loans, because we have FHA, USDA, conventional, so many different type loans that if you're in a certain area, then I can say, okay, if you're buying in town, then you're not going to need a USDA loan. And I say, well, how much money do you make? I'm trying to find out, narrowing it down. And if you make over, you 3 people in the family, you make, over $90,300, you're not going to go USDA. So now I'm narrowing it down to, are you a veteran? Nope, not a veteran. Then are you, what are you doing? Are you going to put money down? You got money to put down. Don't have any. Well, then the best thing we're going to do is we're going to try to see if we can get you approved for, if your credit scores are high enough, for 3% down conventional or 3.5% down FHA. So we just keep working it down to where we find the best loan for you. And it may be the best interest rate loan. It may be whatever you tell me. You want to close quickly, we're going to find some lender, because I am a broker. I can shop, the lenders, and whatever we need, we'll end up with what best suits you.
And sometimes people say, well, what's the difference between me, say, calling Linda and going on and using Rocket Mortgage or one of the other mortgage companies? Probably shouldn't say the name, or any mortgage company that's just not local, that you can kind of see face to face the person you're working with. Besides the fact that working with someone that you can see face to face, which I think builds a little trust, any other reason why someone would rather use a local person they can walk in and talk to rather than somebody off in, Chicago or somewhere?
The internet, cyberspace.
Yeah.
That's the way some of them. Yes, I have all those. I have the lenders, and I do have them in my portfolio. But I prefer. I'm looking for, when somebody comes in, I'm looking for the best rate, the best service, and and I'm going to get it done no matter what. And I can trust the people that I know. I know how fast that they are going to be able to close the loan, and that they're good quality lenders that I'm using, and it's going to be what's best for you. Which one meets your needs the most. So I can tell you about some of the online lenders. They give you a pre-approval, and then when it goes to the back, underwriter says, oops, you should have known you can't do that loan. So, I know right away if you can do that loan or not. I've been in business for 28 years, and I've got a lot of experience behind me, and I think I've gained a little wisdom over the years too. So,
yeah. Exactly. You've been in this business a long time. I've been in the real estate business for 12 years, going on 13. And you used to work at a bank, right?
Yes.
And then you got your own business, because I remember you telling me you weren't crazy about the way they did things.
Well.
And I'll tell you, Linda's such a people person. She loves helping people. That's the great thing about Linda.
Thank you.
Well, it's the truth.
Well,
so where's your office located?
It's 6336 Piccadilly Square Drive. The corner of Airport and Hillcrest, the road that runs down behind there. So you can drop by anytime. We're always there. And if not, we answer our phone even after hours. So, got questions, we wanted you to know that you can text us. My phone number, text is 251-610-0494. And Carolyn?
And my phone number, if you have any real estate questions, is 251-654-1605. And realtors that work full-time like I do pretty much don't keep regular office hours. Commercial realtors do, but residential realtors pretty much work all weekend long.
And we work with them.
Yes. I'm calling her all hours of the day and night. So anything else you can think of that we might want to get in depth about?
Well, we'll probably try to do this again one day, and if you send the questions, then we'll get back and we'll answer your questions, because I'm sure if you've got a question, then there's a lot of other people out there that have a question too.
Right, and there's no such thing as a stupid question or a silly question. Before I got into this business, I thought, well, how hard can it be to get into real estate? But after you take a class and then you become a broker, and you get in depth and really learn, there's so much to learn, and it's just nice to have someone that knows all those things and can hold your hand all the way through it. And one thing I pride myself on as a realtor is being very responsive to my clientele. I try to answer the phone every time it rings, and just answer my texts right away or as soon as I see them, usually within 2 hours at the most, and phone calls as well.
And it's about, too, Carolyn's had the education too. She's gone above and beyond and made, gotten certifications in the real estate to help people. And I've done the same thing in the mortgage industry. I've got a CRMS, a CMC, a CCS, lots of things that, where the certifications, and the last one I helped create the last two, I helped create the Certified Loan Veterans lending certification for all loan officers in the United States, so that they can better help the veterans. And then I also created a credit certification for people that, loan officers that are trying to help people, so they got them the right way of the credit. So anyway, it's like I said, we have a little, a little more professionalism here for many years being in the business, and give us a call or ask the questions, and we'll be glad to help you.
Thanks, guys. If you want to email us as well, you can email me at Carolyn Hasser, HASSER, at Roberts with an S, Brothers with an S.com.
And Linda McCoy at linda@mortgageteam1.com. Linda@mortgageteam1.com. That's
Yes.
it. All right.
Bye,
Thank
y'all.
you. Bye.
Thanks so much.
Uh-huh.